Hi, this is Mitch McKenzie with Madison Commercial Construction. Wanted to create a little video about design build. As a design build firm, we're often asked why we're so special. I hope this video helps. Many of my clients ask, Mitch, why is design build so powerful? And my short answer is usually because it allows me to control time and money. But to really get to the bottom of what design build and why you should use it, you got to know that it's not new. The master builder or master mason of days ago was the embodiment of design, construction, and engineering. It wasn't until the Renaissance that a division between design and construction really formed, and later in the Industrial Revolution, with new building complexity, did this separation really take hold. It had its time and place to be in separate parties, but today you have design build re-emerging because building systems are more technical and design and construction have really begun to overlap. So first I want to take a look at the traditional design bid-build relationships so we can have an understanding of what traditional means. See how the relationship tree is split and there are two contracts? This relies on a client to actually maintain communication with two separate parties. Now those separate parties communicate, and some of them communicate well, but oftentimes that communication can be misunderstood or break down, leaving the client in the middle. And a worst case scenario could even lead to litigation. Now I want to look at the design build tree and its relationships. In design build, the client has only one contract, one neck to squeeze, or one entity responsible for everything. It is in this house that all aspects of a project are accounted for, leaving no one else to blame for mistakes. In this house, a special level of teamwork is present, and some unique design opportunities arise. A few are listed here, but I mainly want to point out A, early cost analysis, and B, constructability and timeframes. Having input of real cost figures from day one is the most important thing I want to get across in this video. Having input from subs, suppliers, about building systems and materials often help us make better decisions about the designs that we intend to build. Okay, so now we understand the relationships of each type. Now let's look at the process each method takes. In the traditional method, the process starts with preliminary design and moves through to the construction, finding out the cost somewhere in the middle. In the design build method, the process looks pretty much the same, but initial cost figures come in right after preliminary design. The project is decided right then to go or not without too much money and effort spent. The final cost is determined. It includes everything. All permits, all fees, all utilities, everything's in there. Nothing left for surprise. Now let's look at the two processes side by side. Again, they look the same, but early budgeting allows major decisions in project direction to happen immediately after contract. Once the design team has direction and vision, the entire project is combed. This is where value engineering happens. And value engineering has little to do with engineering and more about just making sure that the value is in the project on each scope of work. I know what you're thinking. What's the problem with traditional methods coming up with early budgeting? The answer? The traditional designer usually has little or no first-hand experience, bidding, budgeting, and actual cost associated with construction. It's not their fault, it's just not what they do. Design build method uses two key tools to increase satisfaction for our clients. Number one, we value client input. No one knows your business like you do, and we take that knowledge to the bank. Number two, we take our knowledge of construction costs and focus on providing the best value for our client, what they want and what they need at a very early stage. We now know why early budgeting is so important, but what about the many other benefits of design build? Well, I'll cover those right now. Same team. All projects have hiccups. Design build focuses on teamwork to come up with solutions. Total accountability. With no one else to blame, design build works extra hard to avoid surprises. And if there is a surprise, it's often the design-build firm's problem, not the client's. Continuity. Having the same people throughout the project helps to eliminate repetitious communication, avoid miscommunication, and is generally good for project speed. Expertise. Design build is easily scalable, so if we need outside help, specialized input, we go get it. There's no egos here. Design build uses the input from designers and from subcontractors and other specialty groups to avoid mistakes. Time. In any process there are steps. Design build is set up to be streamlined and streamline those steps. Experience-driven decisions, experienced financial control, and experience in tight construction timeframes give the design build method its distinct advantage. Now you know just about all the reasons we like design build, but let's take just a moment longer to look at the main three. Client input. We listen carefully. What you need and what you want. Those guide the entire project. Client-controlled budget. If there's one thing to take away from this video, it is, in design build, the budget belongs to the client. Once the needs are met, the wants can be addressed. Best value for a client is the ultimate goal. And reduced risk. Construction's not perfect. Let's face it, if it were, there'd be no need for construction managers, and I'd be out of a job. It is the on-the-spot decision-making skills, the cost knowledge, and just generally being used to having all the responsibility that makes design build method so powerful to our clients. So now that we've discussed design build and its unique advantages, we hope you'll give us a call with your next project. Thank you for watching.